hiding from me tonight. They got to see me.
I think if you got a guy like that, you built like that, 6'4", guy, you got to trust.
Everybody watching tonight. So I tell you what, if you can't fight into the next, you're in the wrong business. We control us. We run this. And anybody coming out house,
they got Jordan Davis last season. They bring Fletcher Cox back in Philly. So I'm sitting there like, we need to put something on this offensive line to combat that. What's going on? Welcome back, everybody. It is Monday night. We're sitting here waiting for the Giants and Seahawks game, but we're here to talk about the Week 4 victory. The Dallas Cowboys improved to 3-1. Talk to me a bit about how you're feeling after Week 4.
Hey, like, that's the type of one we needed, man. Like, let's go. I'm so juiced up, man. We kind of ended, the last episode talking about, like, what we wanted to see and how we wanted to see it, you know what I mean? And did I think it was going to be a closer game? I kind of did. I thought they was going to do a lot more. I thought they was going to be able to slow it down a little bit more. But look, man, we showed out. And look, man, we hand Bill Belichick the biggest loss ever, man. And how satisfying is that? So we always know, like, with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, like, we could never beat those guys. But, you know what I mean? Just to see his face at the end of that, that clip where he was just, boy, that had me feeling good, man. And we got a lot of players to talk about. A lot of people showed out. But just as far as this, man, ending games like that, we always know how it feels coming off a Cowboy win. And look, man, we was blowing out teams week 1, week 2, week 3. We had a letdown, but it was good to see them rebound and kind of look back to themselves. I mean, I ain't gonna say kind of, like we did, man. We dominated all the way around the board.
That's what, man, and that's kind of like what leads me to my first question here is which team are we, man? Like you said, we demolished the Giants, the Jets, and then we head over to Arizona, man, and we lose a game that, we kind of thought we would win, and then we do the opposite the following week against the Patriots. Like, which team are we? Are we the old Garrett type team from week 3?
No,
or is this who we can expect moving forward?
We fall from the Garrett era, man. Like with Garrett, I think I'd have still been wondering, but one thing about it, Mike McCarthy and his regular season wins with Dallas, man, we win. Look, that's one thing we do. We get dubs, man, and you know what I mean? I think this is the team we are, man. I just think last week we talked about it a lot where, there's a lot of things that didn't look like Cowboy football, man. It was a lot of players just doing things out of their character. It was out of nature. And then this game, you kind of seen everybody settle down. They look back to themselves. It is some things we still want to see. But, boy, we got a lot of positives, man. A lot of players that showed out. So I know I got a nice little list going on for players that showed out. And I also got a couple tone setters, people that I think, came and put the imprint on the game. And like after that, it kind of went the way I thought it would go anyway, you know what I'm saying? But first up, I thought Dante Fowler, man. You know what I'm saying? That strip sack right there, you know what I mean? That's a tone setter right there. You know what I mean? He makes that play, the defense get on the board, and what do you know? I think from after that, you know what I mean? I thought we was all ready to take off, man. And then my number 2 tone setter is Michael Gallup, man. He came out right away, first drive, looking good. And this one player, you know what I mean, I've been wanting to see more of. I've been speaking about him like the last couple weeks. And was it Toby that lit a fire underneath of him, man? I think it was, and he looks more and more like himself, man. I'm excited what Gallup is doing.
No, absolutely, man. Gallup looked phenomenal, and we even got that Brandon Cook sighting, as you mentioned. But
yeah.
We didn't come out of this game unscathed, though. The offensive lineman at left tackle, what's his name?
Chuma,
man. Chuma. I think he played meh. I think it was like, I think he met expectations. So for me, I want Tyron back quickly, but I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. Tone setters, my bad. The tone setters on offense, as you mentioned, man. TP, in the little work he did do, he took a light load, 11 carries, 47 yards, man, 4.3 per carry. And I mean, that's elite numbers right there. And it was nice that, we didn't have to incorporate him too heavily.
Yeah, I thought he did exactly what we asked of him. So, you know what I mean? What Tony Pollard did was good. He had the juice, and we didn't need a lot of them. You know what I mean? The games like this where the defense shows up, how they showed up, I thought, you know what I mean, we did everything we needed to do. But boy, did Dak Prescott show out. You know what I mean? He came out, he was surgical, 28 for 34, 261 in the touchdown. Should have been another touchdown. We got to do something with these tight ends in the red zone. You know what I mean? Shoemaker is, whether it's him, Peyton Hendershot was out, but it seems like outside of Jake Ferguson, we need another guy down there. But, outside of all that, man, I thought Dak, man, he definitely diced him up. he looked good, and man, you gotta give him his props. I know people want to say you got carried, this, that, and the third, but look, man, hey, he did what he had to do, man, for sure.
And as anticipated, man, there was a lot of help on that left side. There are a lot of 2 tight end sets. Our boy Hunter Lupick got his first career TD as well. That was cool to see. They were trying their hardest to get Deuce in the end zone. We do have some news of a Malik injury. He's got the hip issue going on, so we can probably see some more Deuce moving forward. But I mean, the running back room looks secure. And as you mentioned, Dak, man, that was one of Dak's best games, especially this season. He was going through the motions and caught a nice rhythm early.
Yeah, he did, man. And like after watching that game last night against the Chiefs and the Jets, it told me everything I need to know, as far as the goalposts and the things to move. Like Dak diced that Jets defense up. And that same Jets defense, they made excuses for what we did to them. And there's no excuses. I mean, you look at that Patrick Mahomes, he didn't play a good game. You know what I mean? And you get your props to the Jets for that. And we also see what they was able to do to Josh Allen week 1. So, Dak he's off to a hell of a start. The turnovers are down. The touchdowns are not there yet. The red zone, we still got some things to work on. I just don't know what's going on down there as far as the negatives go. But, I mean, as far as positives, man, players that showed out. We talked about Dak, right? Michael Gallup, obviously, that was one of my key factors, man. I thought he played a hell of a game. And then Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson stepped up in a major way. He balled out this game. And then, hey, we got to talk about DaRon Bland, right? Tell me your thoughts on DaRon Bland.
Bro, DaRon Bland was standing out in a room that had Trayvon Diggs in it.
Yeah.
Trayvon goes down, and he's asked to step into his spot on the outside, and he performs like that. That was phenomenal, man. DaRon is a rising star in this league, and I think great things are going to come our way.
Hell yeah, man. He's a ball magnet. And you think about it, like stats like in a career, first 21 games, having 8 interceptions. Ain't nobody doing that but who?
DaRon, bro.
Since Trayvon Diggs, man, it's crazy. So, he got big shoes to fill, man, but he's filling them, man. And I think a lot of people don't know who he is right now, but this is giving him the chance to kind of, have that face value and getting on across the league. Because I think the more and more people will test him, and I think they will, they'll find out that, the kid can play. And I definitely like all I've seen from him in this game right here.
No, yeah, DaRon looks phenomenal. I think Donald looks slow out there right now.
Yeah.
I think we're still waiting on him to get up to game speed.
Boy, he got them ankles broken too.
It don't look good right now.
He put him in a whirlpool, man. I was over there like, boy, I didn't know if his ankles was broken for real. He recovered, but he did lay some wood. He stuck Mac Jones one good time, stopped him in his tracks, and I don't think Mac Jones was the same after that. So I definitely think he still need to get his feet on him. Does he look a little slow? I think Stephon Gilmore looks a little slow sometimes too, man. But I don't know. I thought Donald played a decent game.
Stephon Gilmore don't look like himself the last 2 weeks, but how about the LVE scoop and score? That was solid too. DaRon, though, what is it, year 2? It's weird, man, because you go and you pay a corner like Trayvon Diggs, and this kind of shows you, not a knock on Trayvon by any means, but it kind of shows you like we probably are in a position to move on from Stephon Gilmore, in the coming years. Like we might have another option on the outside.
Yeah. But look, man, we got what we got, man. We got a big test coming up, man. And, the one thing I wanted to see, we got to talk about the red zone, right? I just don't know what's going on down there. But it's like, bro, we're moving the ball with ease. As far as any team in the league, I feel like, man, when we inside the 20s, bro, ain't nobody moving the ball like us. We get down there with ease. And I just think we got to get out of our own head a little bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think we get a little too cute. Like you see, we down there, it's 31. I think times like that, you know what I mean? You just need to just get behind the big guys up front. We finally got Tyler and those guys back. Just go ahead and try to push it in, man. Maybe you said Rico was out. I don't think we'll see a lot more than Deuce as you think. I think we'll get a little bit more of Hunter Lipke, man. And maybe he's the answer down there. We see him able to get in. But, yeah, man, we just can't get out of our own way. And then, like, this game that's coming up, I kind of wanted to see us do it in this game to kind of propel us forward, man. So it's kind of sucks that we didn't get that in play. But outside of that, like I said, we don't got a lot of negatives, man. The defense balled out. The stat line, the point differential, or what we doing on that side of the ball is crazy. 2 touchdowns, we score more points than the Patriots able to put up themselves, man, which is crazy.
Hey, how about DQ put Mac Jones in timeout as well in the second half, man? Got that man put on the bench. That's embarrassing. But A couple more key stats, man. We were clean as far as penalties go, 5 for 32. Two of those were the weird chess match thing that Bill and Mike were doing right before the half. You remember that?
Yeah.
So it's really we had 3 penalties. 35 minutes 9 seconds for the time of possession, and that's in a game where we also threw the ball 34 times. That's kind of crazy.
And Mac Jones, he looks terrible.
It's not good.
He looks bad. I thought he was on to a better year, but just watching him up close and personal, I think they had him seeing ghosts out there, and he just kept trying it. Like you seen him going like leaning out of the pocket, throwing across his body. Like, look, you got lucky a couple times. He tried to run once, tried him again, and boy got him back to back, man. So the defense is back. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I thought the run defense, you know what I mean, they shut the whole Zeke thing down. You know, there was a lot of talk going into that game, right? Shut that down. Ramondre Stevenson, he didn't do nothing, averaging 2.1 yards per carry. The boy showed up, man. So, hey, if it's anything that's definitely a bright spot going into this thing, this is what you want to see. I think they responded well.
No, I definitely want to talk about the run game too. You mentioned, the Zeke thing didn't go as planned, but it's kind of funny the little pregame show they did for Zeke. Like that was cool. It was dope to see, but that's mind games to me as well from Jerry. Kind of showing him like, look what you could have had over here, buddy.
Yeah.
The defense though, man, 53 yards on 23 attempts. That's 2.3 per carry from the team, and we didn't allow the Patriots to run their way back into this game. We did force it to be on Mac Jones' shoulders, which is what we wanted to do. Which I don't think, we would have been able to do defensively in the years past, man. So if we can keep things tight on the ground and force these teams to pass, man, this team is elite with a lead, similar to how Philly operates as well as San Francisco. Whichever one of these teams can get the lead, man, and put those pass rushers to work, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Speaking of Philly, man, we might just need to go down there and try to tush push out a couple times. So, hey, look, whatever we got to do, man. But yeah, man, I thought, man, like you said, Dan Quinn, he caught a hell of a game. And then Mike McCarthy himself, as far as the chess matches and what he was doing, I like the fact that he was throwing a lot more in the early downs. You know what I mean? He didn't really give Bill Belichick a chance to get a read on him. You know what I mean? And Dak, he just like he was in full control the whole time. The boys stepped up. CeeDee Lamb, look, man, he didn't have to do too much. He came through when we needed him. So everybody stepped up. But I thought, one of the players that had like the best game, I thought, was Tyler Smith, man. So getting him back in there, he's another guy that's, man, awesome. So we almost that close. We're that close to having our full strength offensive line back. And I think Tyron will be back this week. So this is going to be a test. And but boy, man, this was a beatdown, and I swear it felt good. But I had a little pep in my step this morning, man. So it feels good to get wins like this always.
No, that drive on the way into work on Monday morning always feels a little different after a Dallas dub, but I think that's all I got from my side. You got any other points you want to hit before we get out of here?
Nah, one thing I will say is Micah, it seems to be no worries there. Obviously, I was a little nervous during the game. I even texted you. It was like, bro, not this again, man. But he came back off with a Warrior. He finished the game off, and I don't think there's no concern there. Let me think if there's any other notes. I just want to talk big plays, man. I thought Turpin, what I mean, the big play he made, I thought that was key. And it's close. He's gonna break one soon. It just seemed like it's always a holding penalty, something crazy, but it's good seeing him maybe to incorporate him in the offense. And they got him in the open field, and he showed you what he could do. Shout out to Dante Fowler with the strip sack. I thought he played a hell of a game. We talked about CD, Hunter Lipke in the red zone. So that was kind of the points I had. And other than that, man, I think that's about it, man. I thought it was a good game. It's gonna be a lot of talk this week. A lot of talk. But heading into this one, this is the matchup we all waiting for, man. They done knocked us out. We heading back to San Fran. You hear about the little things like that, and then you see them after the game. They already kind of egging Dak on a little bit. Some people may not like this answer. I like it a little bit. Showed a little edge. It's not your normal robotic. Yeah, we had a good game. San Fran, it'll be a test. I think he showed that, he's up for this one. And obviously it's about the Patriots today, but I can't wait to talk San Fran. I think Dak about to prove a lot of people wrong. And I'll give you a little teaser how I'm feeling heading into this week.
No, I like it. I like it a lot, man. Yeah, this game is one I know that the fan base has been looking forward to, and we'll be back, I believe, Thursday to bring that to you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, other than that, man, I think that's about it to wrap it up, man. Great win as always. We 3-1. hitting into this thing. We firmly where we need to be, but we need games like this, right? Home field advantage, taking them down, stuff like this. It matters, you know what I mean?
Right.
It starts now, and it sucks that we dropped that one victory to Arizona Cardinals. But look, man, as we talked about before, you see what the Jets was able to do to the Chiefs. You see what he was able to do with the Patriots, but then you also see the Patriots compete with the, you know what I mean, the Dolphins and teams like that. And Philly didn't look too hot against them either. So forget all that. Styles make matchups. You know what I mean? Any given Sunday. And the boys showed out. So other than that, make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? That's my last words, man. So got anything else?
No, I appreciate you all for tuning in. As you said, hit that like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back with another.